Hi guys, welcome to a new episode of Talk BL. Another week, another episode. Sorry we had to miss last week. It was kind of the middle of the week. It was a very interesting week for sure. A lot of the results went as expected. Again, just a reminder of everyone to leave a comment with the player you transferred for this week for a chance to win a $100 gift card. We pushed our giveaway to this month since we didn't have enough comments about the transfers, so we couldn't really do the giveaway. So we encourage everyone to comment who did they transfer for a chance to win a $100 gift card. And yeah, let's get it started. So let's start with last week before we get to talk about our transfer. I had a pretty sad week. All of the results wasn't as expected. Salah kinda was a flop for last week. He did only got only 6 points. Most of my players honestly didn't perform well. That's why I ended up with 38. The only player that literally performed well was Haaland and Bailey for City and Aston Villa, which I don't think anyone expected Bailey to actually perform against City. And he only played because Rodrigo was injured. And yeah, so I didn't have enough subs ready to sub in instead of Rodrigo. So Bailey had to come in. And yeah, so there's not much to talk about in my points since literally all of the players underperformed. The interesting part is Martinez always gets bonus points, which is interesting even though I really want to swap him to get a player that a keeper that gets more clean sheets. So far, not many keepers have been actually keeping clean sheets. But interesting enough, Martins manages to get some bonus points. And yeah, for the rest, the results weren't as expected at all. Kabir, how was your week?
For me, the week was average. Um,
If you can share your screen and
to
basically show us
confirm,
on your points.
I'm gonna do that in a bit. Here you go. So for me, I got 47 points. For
That's
one,
actually not bad at all.
for
That's above
one,
average.
Liverpool maintained a clean sheet. I
Hmm.
was a little bit depressed that Arnold got subbed off on the 59th minute. I was hoping so bad that he stayed for one more minute, but he didn't get the clean sheet because he didn't, well, due to lack of optimism.
Yeah, Alisson's penalty save, I guess, right? Got you that point, the match points.
No, I think that was in the Champions League, no? Yes.
Oh,
The,
oh, he got a clean sheet actually.
yeah, we got a clean sheet in Premier League,
But
but it
oh
was
yeah,
in
yeah.
Champions League.
So I kind of missed that. Up, but yeah, Salah and defense and Arnold got subbed just before he gets
The
his clean
60th
sheet, right?
minute, yeah, so he didn't get the clean sheet point.
Yeah, that was kind of depressing from Jurgen Klopp. It feels like he didn't have Arnold in his FBL.
Oh, I swear. With Arsenal, the result was not expected. I did not expect them to lose with like 3-1 to Man U. I was hoping there was going to be a little bit more competition, but I'm happy at least Man U managed to get their feedback together and they're actually performing now. So that's a good sign, at least for the competition. But I got 0 points because they conceded 3 goals. Saliba didn't contribute anything. Trippier has been consistent. They maintained a clean sheet. So I'm happy with what I got out of him. I did the wild move to captain Haaland over Salah, although Salah had a better fixture, and somehow that did pay off. So that was good. Overall, I don't I'm not like sad about the week, but it could have gone a little bit better, I think. Like with Arsenal and performing and Arnold staying back, I could have got like extra 10, 12 points. But it is what it is. Moving on to game week 7, I actually took a hit of -4 and made two subs. Reason being, I did not want to go 3-City against Tottenham, and in order to bring in Alistair, I had to free up some funds somewhere else. So I swapped out Neto, brought Alistair him. He's been contributing consistently for the last, well, throughout the season so far, I would say. So I hope he maintains the form. He's in my team, and the other person who got replaced was Allison. Sanchez came in. I I can't think of a better value key in terms of points than Sanchez at this moment. For 4.7, he's the best guy I could go to. I'm hoping he can keep a clean sheet. Well, I'm hoping all my defense keeps a clean sheet with the exception of Cancelo. I do see Tottenham scoring at least a goal, but City is definitely winning. That's my way of saying things. Haaland has been in phenomenal form. There's no way, like, he stopped scoring at this point. He's just in goal. So it'll be interesting to see how far he stretches his streak of scoring goals. Um, I have Salah for now, but throughout the season, I have not been impressed by Salah or Arnold. Let's put it that way. I have not been impressed by Liverpool in total. For now,
Yeah, definitely chemistry miss in the team of Liverpool at the current point.
mm,
With Thiago being missing, with Mane missing from the attack, uh, there hasn't been enough chemistry up front. It seems that there's something missing about the way they play. Also, a lot of mistakes in the back. It seems that Van Dijk isn't in form anymore.
um,
A lot of mistakes behind Arnold as well. It seems like Arnold literally gave up in being any defensive.
I think it's high time Klopp moves him to right mid and put a secondary right back, just so that he has some defensive coverage.
Yeah, I mean, if the transfer market is still open, I would have
Well, they
hoped
did
that they buy another
they
right
did
back.
bring in Arthur, but
Hmm.
like they haven't played him yet. But
Is Arthur can play in the right back position, or is he
he
more
can
in
play the right back.
up front?
He's a good midfielder. He'll be a good replacement for Thiago.
Hmm.
But if he does get like a more controlling midfielder, I think Arnold can be given instruction to be more defensive rather than offensive, right?
Yeah,
I think at this
I
point
just
he feels
it
like he
works
has
with
to take
Jurgen
the
Klopp's
ball and
way.
well, it is, but then considering the fact that they have been vulnerable throughout the season at the back, I think he should draw his fullbacks a little bit down and rather make his midfielders carry the ball forward. But that's up to him. For me, um, I'm just not impressed by Liverpool. I know it's too early to say, but I see like if things are gonna continue going the way they are going, I don't even see Liverpool in top four. Like it's just gonna be a tough bet, like chase for them with Man U being in such good form lately. City has been maintaining their form since last season. Arsenal is sitting on top of the table, right? And then Tottenham being like looking for that fourth. Like at this point, it's Tottenham, Liverpool, and what? Who's the fifth one? And Man U, right? They're trying to
Yeah,
fight. Sorry, not Man U, but Chelsea. They're trying to fight for that one spot on. It's
that's true.
it's just
Yeah, there's been a lot of interesting updates as well with Liverpool losing again in the Champions League, Chelsea losing in the Champions League and sacking Tuchel, and getting Brentford's coach on board after the amazing start of the Premier League he had with Brentford in the first 6 games, four wins and I believe two draws or one draw, one loss. I can't remember. But yeah, 4 wins. He's in the fourth position, and now he leaves Brentford after an amazing 5-2 win over Leeds. Do you think Brentford can continue to perform with a new coach?
It'll be interesting if they could find a similar coach with the same ideology. Yes, but with a new coach comes a new way of seeing things and a new way of playing, right?
Hmm.
So it depends on who gets appointed to be their new head coach and what kind of play style he follows, right? For
Yeah,
for Chelsea, I was actually shocked by the sacking of Tuchel,
yeah. I
considering
think
that
everybody was. It's a very controversial
I swear, like
decision.
they just spent over 200 million as per how he wants his team built, and then they just sacked him without actually utilizing all those players. Now a new manager comes in, and then he might have a different way of seeing things, the different set of players that he want involved, right?
That's
So,
good.
so that'll be interesting how things roll up in Chelsea.
Hmm.
For now, I'm just gonna stick with James because I think he's the safe bet who's staying in the team. Then for the left back, it's gonna be like with Wesley Fofana joining them. There's going to be some rotation going on between Chilwell and Cucurella. So
Do you think Chelsea can actually have the chance to maintain a clean sheet?
against Fulham, I'll be surprised if they don't. With the
Mm.
new coach, he has a point to make, and
Yeah, I guess at least keeping the clean sheet would
exactly,
be the priority here because I saw the stat that like Tuchel's last 50 games he conceded like 54 goals, while in his first 50 games he conceded about 24 goals or something like that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw the stat as well, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be something that Graham would definitely focus on because with so much money spent buying defenders this transfer, that's the like primary thing, not conceding any goals at this point, right? Like
Mm.
this, they bought Koulibaly, they bought Fofana, they bought Kukurea. These are like their high purchase players, right?
Mm.
Expensive players. So
Yeah.
they should. I'm hoping they do. Like with Brighton, Brighton has been pretty solid in defense. They played a similar formation of like with three men back and then two wing backs. So
Mm.
I'm hoping that Chelsea maintains their lineup with Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, and Fofana at the back, and then James on right wing back, and either Chilwell or Kukurea playing left wing back. But it'll be interesting to see how the front line lines up now, as Aubameyang joined them,
Mm.
Sterling joined them, and then they have the surplus of Mount, Havertz, Pulisic, Ziyech. All well, I think Ziyech moved. He did, right? I'm pretty sure Ziyech moved, but Pulisic is there, right? And then
Yeah.
Hudson Odoi moved as well. So it'll be interesting how
Yeah.
Chelsea lines up under the new coach. I'm betting they're keeping a clean sheet. I'm not been bringing any offensive players out of Chelsea yet. I want to
Mm.
see how they play before I do make such moves. But for now, I think James is going to be a good, like a safe pick who's going to play for sure. Either at the right center back position or the right back position, considering if Aspilicueta is playing or not.
Yeah, and for Manu, they beat Arsenal 3-1, and then they lost in the Europa League, first Europa League after some rotation. In the Premier League, they looked really solid. You can see a lot of chemistry being built. You can see the touches, the fast counter attacks that Eric Ten Hag does against Arsenal actually paying off. We've seen Rashford with one goal, one assist. We've seen Anthony scoring in his debut in his first game. And how do you see Anthony performing in the next games?
It'll be see with with Ten Hag's style of playing, it's a challenge maintaining that tempo. It's the same set of players who are playing what 3 games in like a time frame of 7 8 days, right?
Hmm.
Which is why I think he switched up the lineup in Europa League, and that did definitely work out quite well for them.
Yep.
But when like considering the high intensity that he demands out of his players and all the pressing that they do, it's exhausting on the players, right? They get tired and fatigued. So I don't know to for how long they can maintain it. They don't have the best squad depth, Manu, at this point. So yes, they can do like if they maintain this high pressure, high intensity game, they will win games. But the question is for how long can they maintain it,
That's true.
right?
That's great.
Like the squad depth, Chelsea, like not even Liverpool, Chelsea, City, Arsenal, they have. Tottenham, this four has like a massive squad depth. They invested just to build depth in this transfer. So Man U and Liverpool are lacking that at this point. So as much as I want to say Man U is in good shape and form, it's going to be interesting to see how long they can maintain it.
Yeah. So what are your transfers for this week?
For this week, I got rid of Pedro Neto from Wolves and brought in McAllister because he's been in form lately, and I took a -4 to get rid of Allison because I didn't
Oh,
wanna.
-4. Isn't it early for -4?
Well, it is, but I'm kind of like I mentioned, I'm kind of losing faith in Liverpool. So I want to reduce their influence in my team. So I got rid of Allison for now and brought in Sanchez instead. My next week goal is either get rid of Arnold or Salah. And yes, I'm thinking of getting rid of Salah, but that's subjective to who I want to bring in. If I want to bring in Harry Kane, then I'll most probably have to get rid of Salah. But if I want to bring my third striker to be Mitrovic, then I'll most probably get rid of Arnold because that gives me enough fun to bring in Mitrovic. So,
Interesting. Yeah, for me, I'm still carrying one free transfer, but I did a transfer bringing in Anthony instead of the injured Rodrigo. And let's see if that risk pays off.
it'll be interesting. You doubled up on Manu, so against Crystal Palace, that too. Crystal Palace is not like a shake off or something. I think they're a pretty solid team this season. Vieira did some good magic with those players.
Hmm.
It'll be interesting because both the team, what Ten Hag's way of playing and Vieira's way of playing, it's high intensity player. Like all the players are like pushing, putting pressure on the opposition, right? So it'll be an interesting matchup, and let's see where it goes.
Yeah, I mean, Crystal Palace, they seem to be tying much more than they lose or win. They won one game, they tied 3 games, they lost 2 games. They seem still very solid. They keep a lot of clean sheets sometimes. But yeah, I don't think they're solid enough to keep up with Man U if they actually playing with their prime squad. Um, so let's see how that goes.
Yeah, for sure.
Who are
For
you
sure.
captaining for this week, Curry?
I'm sticking with Holland. I want to go to Salah. I'm kind of tilted to go to Salah or Jesus, but I'm gonna stick with Haaland considering that this guy has not failed to score a like in any of his games. Well, he missed one, I think, points here. This is the only game where he did not score but assisted one.
Hmm.
But other than that, he has been scoring in every other game. So I think he'll be my captain in game 7 as well. And
Yeah, so far I have Anthony as captain, but I might change it to Jesus last minute. I still
um,
can't make the
yeah,
full decision here.
that's the debate for me as well.
As much as I want to take the risk in Anthony, uh, but Jesus seems pretty safe option here. For Haaland, it's not a bad option for the fact that he has been scoring a lot. Also, Tottenham defense hasn't been the Hasn't been super good, but I mean they're definitely one of the best defenses in the current league, despite the fact that no actual defense has been too good this year. Tottenham conceded 5 goals. There's a second best defense after Wolves with conceding 4 goals. So it's definitely an interesting game. Do you think still Haaland might score?
I'm hoping. We have to consider like Tottenham has not faced City yet, and
Yeah,
City this season is being in pretty good shape and form. They have
that's
like a whole second team in standby if they need them. Their first team players are all in form. Like De Bruyne, I highly doubt missed to assist in any of the games he was in or he started. He assisted in every game he started. Foden has been in good form. Haaland has been scoring consistently. They have been a little bit slack. They have been slacking a bit in their defense. They got some counter attack, like they conceded some counter attacks. But I think um, that's the like trade off when you go all out attack, right?
hmm.
So yeah, like I got rid of Bernardo Silva. He's sitting in my bench because I didn't want to triple up on City against Tottenham. But I think with Cancelo and Haaland, I'll get a good return out of them. And I'm not expecting like another hat trick out of Haaland, but maybe one goal out of him.
And just like one risky bit, I wanna say for some people if they were still not sure who to choose, I wanna also like bid take that with a grain of salt, but I wanna bid on Bailey because these two have been having one of the worst starts of the season with 5 losses and 1 draw. So far, they're at the bottom of the league table standings. So Bailey might do something against the shaky Leicester defense.
Do you think Bailey's gonna start though?
I think he might start as well. I think he might start.
Well, mm, there's always like yeah, you always gotta take those little bit of risk, right? And plus, he's not that expensive that you're losing on a high end player. So for sure, he's a
Mm.
good option to have.
Yeah, he played the last 2 games full time. Let's see if he plays this game as well. I think he scored last game, or did he? Did
Yes,
he?
he scored one.
Yeah, yeah, he scored against City. So I'll be surprised if they didn't start him this game. So I would give you this. I would give him also the risky bid along with Anthony. Those are my two risky bids. If you want to go for the safe bid, I would captain Jesus.
Nice, nice. So you are considering Bailey as your captain.
I'm actually still considering it, taking some risk this week just to kind of get out of the table.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, hopefully the week does turn out good for us. If for all the viewers watching, if you guys have a different unique pick other than the most common players we have, do let us know why you're picking that player and like comment on it on the video and just let us know why you're picking your justification and maybe we can discuss on the topic as well.
Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully you like this. And don't forget to leave in the comments for a chance to win $100 gift card. And see you in the next episode.
Perfect. Thank you, Mama.
Thank you. Bye.